Well, hi! Welcome back! I figured after my last video that I would go a little more in depth on the topic of emotions. I know, scary, right? The idea of emotions seems to be a bit of a concerning topic nowadays, and a lot of people I've met through my life and witnessed don't really have a grip on their own emotions. It's not that we don't experience these things daily, it's that a large portion of the world don't really know how to process them or deal with them or tolerate them properly. According to Dr. Travis Bradbury, only about 36% of the world's population has emotional intelligence, which means about 64% of us have no idea how to control or manage our emotions. This can lead to things like anxiety, depression, poor reactions in stressful situations, and inability to recognize triggers/activators. So what the hell is emotional intelligence? Emotional intelligence is the ability to control, perceive, assess, and understand our emotions and why they happen. And why should you care about this, you might be asking? Well, aren't you glad I'm here? I have a question. When's the last time that you felt an emotion that you could pinpoint directly? When's the last time that you felt an emotion that you could pinpoint, manage, and process? If you don't know, that's okay. Emotional intelligence, just like any other form of intelligence, is a skill. And just like any other skill, it takes time to learn it, understand it, and process it so we can apply it to our daily lives. So, let's start with the basic 6 core emotions: anger, fear, disgust, surprise, sadness, and joy. Though there's a whole array of emotions that we could sit here and get into, I'm just gonna leave the feeling wheel right here somewhere, and I'll also link it in the description so you can have a better look at it. And the more you learn, the better you'll be able to pinpoint what those emotions are and their subcategories. So, let's start with joy. According to Dr. Daniel Bascaleon, joy is the ability to affirm the goodness in life even in the midst of sorrow. Joy is what you feel when you feel really fucking good. We could feel this petting a really cute dog, or going to see your favorite band in concert, seeing a friend you haven't seen in a long time, and even something as simple as just getting your morning coffee. Joy is what we feel when we feel more connected to ourselves and the world around us. Anger. This is a scary one for most. This is an emotion that most of us tend to overlook in day-to-day life because it doesn't feel good. It's defined by things like agitation, hostility, frustration, irritation, and when anger arises, we tend to act aggressively. The reason this emotion is usually feared and unwanted isn't because it's not valid. It's just because a lot of us don't know how to express it and communicate it properly. Too much anger without proper expression can lead to harmful consequences such as diabetes, coronary heart disease, long-term depression, anxiety, and stress. This can also lead to other behaviors such as drinking, drug addiction, and violence. So I definitely suggest the next time you feel angry, don't take it out on anybody else. Don't hurt yourself, don't hurt anybody else. Just go scream into a pillow or throw some ice cubes in your backyard. Trust me, it helps. Sadness is one of the roughest emotions to deal with, and also one of the most intense. We get lethargic, we lose interest in things we once enjoyed, we isolate. Things like failing a test, watching your team completely bail at the big game, losing a loved one, or just breaking your favorite mug. This can be characterized by things like grief, depression, disappointment, and quietness. Long-term sadness can lead to clinical depression, which about 61.5 million Americans alone deal with, as recorded in the year 2024. And about 2/3 of that population didn't recover. If you or a loved one is experiencing intense signs of depression and sadness, please feel free to always call the National Crisis and Suicide Hotline at 988 in the United States. You're not alone, and there's people out there that want to help you. Fear is an essential emotion. It plays part in our survival. This is also where the fight or flight instinct tends to come in. Whenever the brain feels threatened with a dangerous situation or an oncoming threat, the brain needs to protect itself and the body. Obviously, if you're in the ocean and you come face to face with a giant shark, or you're in a walk in the woods and a giant bear is staring you down like a piece of meat, we get scared. You're supposed to get scared. On that same topic, something as small as going to the grocery store alone or seeing a small bug on the ground can also make people fearful. And fear is the leading emotion that leads to anxiety. Fear is a direct response to an oncoming threat, whereas anxiety is fear of the future or a possible threat. Usually anxiety is triggered from previous experiences that have triggered fear. So if you're ever feeling anxious about something, you're completely valid, because it means you probably had an experience in the past that scared the ever-living shit out of you. Surprise! Surprise is what we feel when we experience something unexpected. It could be good, like all your best friends meeting up at your house last minute without telling you to celebrate your birthday. It could be bad, like an unexpected world event or your favorite band breaking up right before the big tour. Surprise has many characteristics, such as a sudden adrenaline rush, a feeling of shock, possibly jumping back in your seat, eyes widening, mouth going wide open. We tend to feel surprise when we're presented with the unexpected. Sometimes we want it, sometimes we don't. Like watching a scary movie. You're expecting to get that shock. But sometimes when you go to work and your coworker thinks it's a fun idea to jump out from behind the corner and freak you out, that's an unwanted surprise. And last but not least, disgust. Disgust tends to happen when we're presented with anything gross, whether it be sickness, injury, immoral or evil behaviors projected onto us or witnessed by others. It's a reaction to anything our body considers harmful or fatal. And this can be expressed in so many ways. It can be turning away, it can be vomiting, it can be a ton of things. In certain circumstances, this emotion is just overall not fun and very unwanted. However, it has been shown that in certain situations, the feeling of disgust is actually quite important in terms of recovery and healing, because it gives us the chance to look back at previous behaviors displayed by either ourselves or others and be able to cope with them and understand the actual impact of what these things were. When experiencing all of these emotions, it's important to understand how they affect us and how they affect others. Everyone has different experiences and reactions to different things. I could go into a full-blown tangent about all of this. All the different levels, breaking down the adjunct emotions. Again, I'm just gonna throw the feeling wheel right here. I'll also put some links to some articles down below that have helped me a lot. Knowing how to pinpoint these emotions can give us an overall sense of harmony within ourselves and feel more connected to who we are as people. Remember, your emotions are always valid. You are always valid. The things you feel will always be valid because you're feeling them. They're there. They're not going anywhere. And acknowledging that emotions are just temporary, just like thoughts, or really anything else in the world. It's just temporary. A bad day doesn't make you a bad person. A good day doesn't make you a god. But when that good day comes, once you know how to deal with the bad days, you'll be able to cherish the good days even more than you ever have before. I love you. Keep going. Take care of yourself. See ya.